Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm doing something a little different. You may or may not know I'm a big football fan. And I thought, you know what? This past season was my first season actually following the NFL. Before that, I would um, just watch the Super Bowls basically, maybe up one or two regular season games here and there. Mainly, I follow the CFL, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get into the NFL. And I've been missing out. It is so much to keep track of, but it's so fun. And I thought, you know what? Let's make a tier list of all the NFL logos. Um, so yeah, this list is based just off of how well the logo represents the team. It has nothing to do with the team's performance whatsoever, um, or whether they were good in the past or whatever. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be moving from the NFC North, going east, west, south, and then doing that for the AFC. Now you might be wondering, well, why am I doing an NFL video? Well, it's because I got a football series, not Madden, because I don't have anything I can play Madden on, but a football game that I love to play, but I will be making a YouTube series on for I don't know how long, but so that will be coming pretty soon. But let's go ahead and get started. Kicking things off, we got the Vikings uh, B tier. I like the Vikings logo. Good detail. Definitely is a Viking, clearly. Uh, it's a solid logo. I don't have a problem with it. Though actually I do. I'm just not a big fan of like human face logos, and there's only like one or two of those in the entire league. So yeah, it hurts the Vikings rating a little bit for me, but it is a solid logo. I like it. Lions, also a B tier, slightly better than the Vikings logo in my opinion. A football logo to me should be intimidating, or mean looking to an extent, and the Lions doesn't really accomplish that. It's a little bit too simplistic as well. Um, like it's obviously the lion is like pouncing or like charging or something. But it's a little bit too simplistic. I think there could have been more detail put into this logo, but the colors are very nice. So it gets a B tier just above the Vikings. Green Bay Packers. I was going to throw these guys in F tier, but I'm giving them an E tier for one reason, and that is the color scheme. The green and yellow is so good. I love the Packers color scheme. It's amazing. So yeah, we got him at E tier. The only reason I was gonna put him at F tier, but I moved him to E. The colors, but they were at F tier originally because like let's just quickly throw Bears in C for the reason that it's just a letter that doesn't have a unique style or anything to represent the team. Like Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers, like these don't really represent. I don't really know what a Packer is, and bear? Like, what? I don't, this doesn't represent a bear. Um, yeah, and also take a look at this side by side comparison of the Bears logo and the Cubs logo from baseball. They're the exact same, basically. So, yeah, Chicago just lazy with their sports teams. Get them out of here. F tier. The color scheme is what puts Green Bay at E tier. Eagles, S tier. For one reason. I was going to put them here. I was going to put them at A tier, but I'm putting them at S tier because, like, they're the only logo that faces to the left in the entire league. Like, obviously, some are symmetrical, like Cowboys and, well, let's see, we got Saints, we got Colts, we got kind of Chargers. And I know if you're smart, you're thinking, oh, Tampa Bay, their logo faces to the left. When we get there, I'll explain why it doesn't. But that unique little thing is what puts them at S tier. I like the Eagles logo. very solid. Cowboys, E tier. Like the only reason it's not F is because it's got a shape. It's a star, and I don't know what it is with Dallas teams and their star logos. We got this in the NFL, and then we got the Dallas Stars in the NHL. So yeah, I don't know what's up with that, but yeah, pretty boring logo. Doesn't really represent a cowboy. Gets E tier because it's got a unique shape at least. Giants, E tier. And I'll explain why. I like them a bit better than the Cowboys. It's because the letters have a little bit of a unique style to them. They got little curves and extra, like the Y is like pretty long. So yeah, and the dark blue and red looks great as well. So just because of the unique art style that it uses, gets E tier. Unlike the Commanders logo, F tier, better than the Bears logo, but still trash. It's just a W. And I'm sure they'll probably change that eventually to be something interesting and unique because they used to be the Redskins, and they had to change it, and they were just called the Washington Football Team, and their logo was just a W, but just a yellow W. Now they added some like maroon type color into there. Makes it a little bit better, but it's still bad. I don't like it. 49ers, I'm going to drop them just between Giants and Cowboys. I mean, SF in an oval with red and gold colors. There really isn't anything else to say there. Pretty boring. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Seahawks, S tier, above the Eagles. I love the Seahawks logo so much. Unique, intimidating. It's clearly an angry bird. The dark blue and the little bit of lime green in there. Very well designed logo. I love that logo so much. Um, Very solid. Rams. Now you might be thinking, oh, he's going to throw in E tier because it's just letters. B tier. Okay. Now, here's a hot take. Okay. The only There's only two letter logos that are good: Rams and Bengals. And I'm not going to rank the Bengals quite yet because we're not there yet. But Rams, it does just say LA, but they turned it unique with the ram horn here. Okay, and if you knew this team was called the Rams, you'd notice this right away. Okay, and I don't know why. The color scheme is like probably one of the best in the league. So we're throwing it at B between the. Actually, no, it's better than the Lions logo. I love the Rams logo so much. It's amazing. Cardinals D. I mean, Cardinals really, like, that doesn't sound very intimidating. The logo is clearly another angry bird. I don't know what it is with NFL and their angry birds. All the birds are angry, but the color scheme is not intense. It's kind of boring. The darker colors are not really intense unless they're used effectively, like on the Seahawks or Eagles. I guess the Eagles is more white, but still, you get my point. This is too chill. Cardinals are for old people. Cardinals are the kind of thing you'll find at an old folks' home. Just not a great logo either. Kind of a bit of a boring one. Bucks, A tier. Okay, I considered throwing it right here, but it is kind of just a pirate flag. But it's very cool. Now let's explain why. Put them side by side for a moment. The Eagles and Bucks logos, you might think, oh, they both face to the left. No, they don't. If you're holding a flag and running this way to the right, if someone is watching you, if someone is watching you run to the right, what way is the flag facing? Obviously, it's facing to the left. If I was running with this flag and you're looking at me from this angle, it looked just like this, meaning that because the flag is moving to the right, it's also facing to the right. But anyway, very, very cool logo. Love the flag. It's kind of like torn up on the end. You got the flag is on the sword, and you got the skull and that more swords here, and then a little football there. Lots of attention to detail there. Very cool. And Panthers, we'll give them a C. The black and blue is a very, very amazing color scheme. Um, but yeah, Panthers. You know what? No, Lions and Vikings both drop to C. Panthers move up to B. Now that I look at that again. Very, very good logo. Solid logo. I just don't like cats, man. I don't. I have a thing against cats. Saints, E. We're gonna give it above the Niners, but below the Giants. Um, I'm not really sure what a Saint is, but if I look at this, it doesn't really remind me of that. I guess it's maybe like supposed to represent like the gateway to heaven or something. Like, aren't saints like spiritual creatures? I'm not sure. But it honestly isn't the worst logo, but it's kind of boring. I mean, color scheme is mid, perfectly symmetrical, which for a sports team, usually I wouldn't mind a perfectly symmetrical shape, but for a sports team, that doesn't fly for me. So yeah, it's pretty boring. Lands in E tier. Not really much else to say about that. Falcons, another A tier. Now I like the Falcons logo for one reason, and that isn't the color scheme. It's the shape. Okay, this is a falcon. Honestly, if you're drawing a bird in this kind of art style, you could probably pass almost anything off as a falcon. But the F, okay, you got the feathers here, kind of like the vertical part, and then you got the head of the bird as this top part, and then the the slightly shorter horizontal line is in the leg of the bird, and it's so unique, and I love it, and that is why it's an A tier. Bengals, B for Bengals, above the Panthers, below the Rams. Now I know I said letter logos suck, but same thing as the Rams. If you know what a Bengal is and you know that this team is called the Bengals, you'll recognize immediately it's the orange with the black tiger stripes. I don't know why, but the B is just a perfect shape and the colors work perfectly, giving it a B tier. Solid logo. Probably probably the last letter logo that I'm going to give a good rating to. Baltimore Ravens. Give them A tier. Above the Falcons, not above the Bucks. The purple, great color. I think purple is a very touchy color. If used incorrectly, it looks like trash, but if used well, it can look amazing. And this is the case where they've used it well. We got the purple raven. It's a raven, obviously, so that's a plus. It is a raven. So and then you have the B for Baltimore. So Baltimore Ravens. The whole thing is a raven. You got the B for Baltimore. Just the whole logo really comes together, describes the entire team, and looks great. I really like Baltimore logo. Steelers. I have put Steelers in these bottom three tiers when I make tier lists, but I think I'm gonna give them a D above the Cardinals. Okay, we're gonna give them a D above the Cardinals. I don't know why. I just like the Steelers logo today. It really depends what kind of mood I'm in. I like the Steelers logo today, so it gets a high D tier. You got the colored stars and the word Steelers and a circle. It's boring, but for some reason, it looks really good. Browns, throw them below the Bears. Actually, no, throw them above the Bears, below the Commanders. Terrible logo. There's no, like, I'm looking real close at it, and there really isn't brown on it. The shadows are brown, but technically the shadows would be black if you're looking at it in real life. There's no light, and no light equals like gray slash black, not brown. You can't pass an orange helmet off as Cleveland Browns. Like, I hate this logo every time I see it. I never want to see this logo again. I know I'm going to have to because now I watch the NFL. I watch the NFL every season. Then I'm going to have to watch the Browns logo come up at least once. Buffalo, S tier. Browns logo, trash. Buffalo logo, top tier. Yes, I am biased. Buffalo is my team, but like it is actually a sick logo when you think about it. You got that buffalo, and if this red line was here, I think the red line is kind of to symbolize like speed. You would think, oh, the buffalo's just like standing there, you know? But no, you can see it's like charging. I think the red line kind of represents like speed, it's charging. The blue and red, perfect color scheme. Blue and red just works really well in the NFL, I guess. Uh, so yeah, there's that. Buffalo S tier. Miami, I don't like Miami as a team. I think they're kind of bad. I feel kind of bad for them last season with all of their quarterback troubles. But honestly, we're going to take them and we're going to give them. Where do I put them? I'm going to put them at low A tier. They're like I like the Dolphins. They're okay. Like their logo's cool. They got the dolphin, obviously. And you got the sun because Miami Dolphins, and it's always hot in Florida. So you have the sun. Oh my goodness. What have I done? What are we doing? Presentation mode. There we go. I misclicked. There we go. Dolphins, solid. Yeah, not much to say there. Logo is decent. Denver Broncos. What are you guys doing here? Oh, all of this AFC teams are screwed up. Um, Let me fix that real quick because Broncos are not up next. Patriots are supposed to be up next. So yeah, Patriots, I'll quickly discuss why they are B tier. Above the Bengals, below the Rams. Yeah, so Bengals are B tier. There we go. Simply because not Bengals, Patriots are B tier. Like I said with the Vikings, human face, it can be a little bit off-putting to me for some reason. But this one is all right. I like it's clearly a patriot of America. You got the star, you got the red, white, and blue. It works well. It's a solid logo. I don't really have much to say about it. Yeah, Patriots logo gets a B. Jets, worst logo in the NFL, right there. I despise the Jets logo with a burning passion. I want to throw it in the fire, watch it burn up, and then burn the ashes that I just burned. I despise the Jets logo. What even is that lame excuse for a football logo? It is a football shape with New York Jets written inside of it in one of the most boring fonts I've ever witnessed, with another football inside of it, literally just copying the Bucks logo, who actually have a good logo. Like, what isn't wrong with this logo, okay? And then that green all by itself looks like trash. What part of this reminds me of a jet? I mean, I'm going to assume they're talking about jet planes. That doesn't remind me of a jet whatsoever. Get it out of here. Never want to see that logo again. I'd much rather look at the Cleveland logo for 24 hours a day than look at the Jets logo for 5 seconds. I hate the Jets logo. Get it out. Never to be seen again. Moving on. Kansas City. A tier. Right here. Uh, I mean, it's a good design logo. You got KC for Kansas City, copying kind of what the 49ers have. I wouldn't say they're copying the 49ers, but they have the same font style and everything. So feels like they're copying the 49ers. Chief, like they're talking about like indigenous First Nation chief because you got this arrowhead that they used, I believe, in battle. So they kind of use that arrowhead type in battle, and it's carved of, I believe, rock. So you got like the jagged edges because back then they didn't have tools to make everything smooth. So yeah, I love this. I love this logo actually. Um, it's great. Not much else to say. Great logo. Chargers. mm, I'll go ahead and give them a sympathy C tier. I was gonna drop them down to here, but it is a decent logo. I don't have anything bad to say about it. So we'll give it a C tier. Charger. I mean, when I ask my friends who don't know much about the NFL what this logo is, they say that LA. Well, I tell them it's from LA. They all they know the Rams. The Rams are a popular team. The Chargers are not as much. And they say, "Oh, that's the Lightning, the Lightning Bolts, the Thunderbolts." Chargers. I mean, it doesn't really fit, but it is a cool logo, and I guess like lightning, electricity, charge your phone, haha. So I mean, I guess you could make an argument for that. To me, no, not really. It doesn't fit that well. But let's go ahead and move on to the Raiders. Now, I said human face logos I don't like, but this is the best human face logo that we have. A B tier for the Raiders. Yeah, Raiders is written in text in a boring font, which is usually bad. Jets, Bears, Commanders, Packers, Niners, Giants, Steelers. Ooh, don't want to switch that. Like Bengals and Rams are really the only teams that have managed to write their team just in letters as the main part of their logo and then managed to succeed with that. But the Raiders managed to do it quite well because they put it very small and they didn't make it a central part of the logo that doesn't steal your eyes, okay, from the pirate guy here in the middle. And the detail on this guy is insane. You got the swords, the helmet, the eye patch. I made a pixel art of this, and it is by far one of the best things I've ever created because it just looks so good when it's done. And then the unique outline shape is cool as well. Always a nice touch. So yeah, Raiders, uh, high B tier. Broncos country. Let's ride. S tier, above the Eagles. And I considered throwing above the Seahawks, and I'm actually going to land them right there at second highest. What is to hate about the Broncos logo? Are the Broncos a good team? Absolutely not. At least not this season. Uh, but their logo is good. The horse has a fire orange eye and hair. Like incredible detail on this. It might be hard to see the orange eye because it's so small, but like incredible detail. The horse is clearly like because you can tell the hair is waving. You can tell the horse is like charging forward. Like everything about that logo impresses me. It is an incredible logo. Just too bad the team uh, isn't as good. The logo is honestly the best part of the entire team last season, or the Broncos country. Let's ride thing. Jacksonville Jaguars. I know I said I'm not a cat guy, um, but the Jaguars logo can land here. I like it. The yellow fur, obviously, that you see on a jaguar, works very well with like the blue eye and tongue and nose. I wouldn't think that those colors would work well together, but they do, and it's pretty impressive. Um, so yeah, I like the Jacksonville logo, and they're turning into a good team. So happy to see that for them. Titans. So this logo is a bit controversial for me. There's very two-sided. If we're just looking at just how cool the logo looks, we're dropping it like somewhere in here, okay? We're not looking at that completely. We're looking at does it really represent a Titan in this case? To me, this logo looks like Tesla, okay? And I'm not the only person that thinks that. I asked my friend who knows nothing about sports, what team do you think this is? And I'll tell you that it's from Tennessee. That didn't help him at all. He said Tesla, okay? Which doesn't surprise me. Like, here's the Tesla logo, and then you have the Titans logo. And they're pretty similar when you look at the T. But the Titans logo is very, very cool. So I'm going to go ahead and drop it right. I'm I'm on the fence here. I'm gonna drop it here. I like the Titans logo. It's solid. And then Colts, bad logo, bad team. Nothing good about the Colts right now. Um, Boring shape. The blue is getting old at this point. Sucks for the Colts that they're in the AFC South and that they're at the very end. All this blue. We got blue, some blue, more blue, light blue, 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 a lot of blue, light blue again, very light blue, dark blue, dark blue. So much blue. I just, because they're kind of a unique shape, I'll throw them up here. I'll throw them behind the Packers. I don't know why the Colts logo is bigger than all the other ones. I guess the image I used just was bigger. But yeah, I hate the Colts logo, honestly. And then Texans. I was originally going to drop this in one of these tiers, but it is good, okay? After I look at it a second time. Actually, no. It's better than the Panthers logo. If you don't know much about Houston, well, here's their flag, okay? The Houston flag. And now here's the Texans logo. As you can see, Texans logo kind of replicates the Houston flag, which in my opinion is pretty smart. I like that. Um, and then you got the bull. I don't really know what a Texan is, if a bull has anything to do with that. I don't know much about America, honestly. Um, but either way, the bull is a cool design. It's creative, and yeah, that's why they landed at B tier after a second look. It's pretty creative to replicate your own state's flag in your NFL logo. Okay, well, this right here is my tier list. Uh, yeah, at S tier, the best logo to the worst logo. You got Bills, Broncos, Seahawks, Eagles. In A tier, you have Bucks, Chiefs, Ravens, Falcons, and Dolphins. B tier, you have Rams, Raiders, Patriots, Bengals, Titans, Jaguars, Texans, Panthers. B tier is pretty stacked. C tier, you got Chargers, Lions, Vikings. D tier, you got Steelers, Cardinals. E tier, you got Giants, Saints, 49ers, Cowboys, Packers, Colts. And then the worst team logos in the NFL, in my opinion, belong to these fellas: the Commanders, the Browns, the Bears, and by far, if I had the option, I would put it all the way over here. Okay, I put it all the way over here in the corner. It's so bad, but I can't do that. The New York Jets. That's my opinion. Um, you can see a link at the top here. This is a tier list I made myself, a template. So if you want to do this yourself, um, you can do it yourself. I'll leave a link in the description, and yeah, you can try it out yourself. And yeah, if you don't like what I made, make one better. It's your own opinion. This was just mine. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Stay tuned for that football series coming out soon. I'll see you guys in the next one.